You are now watching a Lucky Penny Shop product feature. Hey, it's Lucky Penny Shop. Super excited to check out the next Dr. Dreadful set in my ever-expanding series of different Dr. Dreadful sets. And by the way, thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. If you get to the end, I hope you do, by the way, leave me a comment. If you can give the video a thumbs up and share it on social media, I would truly appreciate it. Now this is the Living Lab. Looks gross, it tastes great. I'll go over this a little bit more. Of course, show you the box here. You can eat everything you make. Now the Tycho sets were from the 90s. Now my playlist includes all the different eras of Dr. Dreadfuls, and there are a bunch. So check out that playlist link in the description area. You see the kids are there. Grow edible organisms like squirmy worms and slippery cell blobs. Here is the nutritional facts. And then the ingredients down here. And then let's check out the back of the box. Well, do we see this down here? You see down here it says, squeeze in the formula, take a close look, and then down here, get the glare out of there. Good, or good. Let's see, because there's a little magnifying glass here on the top of this set. What else we got here? The Brain Juice Lab was one of the ones I did last, and then the Squeam Lab is one of the bigger sets that I cannot find, all original in the box. Refills let you create gobs and gobs of gruesome grubs. I'm glad they mentioned that because the set you see has been used and it's got no powder packs, but this set does. It is the Living Lab refill set. So they did make extra sets that you can add on and keep the experiments going. So everything in here should make everything they say here. So when I come back then, I will have this out of the box, or well, I'll tell you what, we'll do a unboxing, but I want to change my camera angle, so I'll be right back. Let's take a look at what's inside the box. Now, like I said, this set has been used, so some of the pieces show wear, and especially the color, you will see. There is the instructions to make the different, two different mixes there. The Living Lab instructions, contents and assembly, Dr. Dreadful. Notice the parents. All right, so I have verified all the parts. I have already washed everything, but you can see this has a pinkish hue to it when it should not originally. And here's some tools you get. You have a little squirt bottle, 2 petri dishes, and then the main unit. Which is that? It says Dr. Dreadful Living Lab. I bet you the instructions tell you to put the label on. Yes, right there. Put that label on. So as you can tell, somebody's already done that. So that's everything that comes with this set. Ooh, and this goes up here. Well, let's just put it together while we're here. Just looks like this clips in, and then you can move it over your little petri dishes and check out your experiments. Okay, I think that's good enough. So let's now check out the refill pack and see what came with that. Okay, here we go. Now, as you know, these are totally expired. So when I taste them, I just give them a taste. I don't necessarily, have a whole meal with this kind of stuff. And, it's not recommended that you do what I do. So if you're watching this, it's just purely for show. I like to show these older sets and everything that was with them, and then how they worked. I consider this a part of toy history is what I call it, where I'm documenting different toys. And I am close, 25 videos away from 6,000 videos of different kinds of toys, candy, snacks, and products. All right. This will be 24. Ooh, look, everything seems nice and fresh. It was sealed. Okay. Cell blobs, they give you plenty to work with. Living Lab, Worms and Dirt Part 2. Okay, so that's a 2-part set. And then this is all Part 1, Part 2. All right. And then there is what looks to be a nicer set of instructions than the ones that were ripped up in the original set. So I will keep these in as good condition as possible. Now I am ready to go. So let me bring back the set. We'll go over it one more time. Get ready to start making our experiments. Okay, here we go. A couple things I noticed. One is a little level adjuster on the back part here. If you turn this, it will go up and down slightly so you can adjust your focus. Here, I'll show you. Watch, see? So that would make it higher. That would make it lower. All right. So let's use this Petri dish first. Okay, step 1. Pour 25 milliliters of water into a beaker. All right. Here, you want to come down to this level while we're doing the mixing and all that. Then I will make a quick adjustment here. I'm always trying to adjust that camera so you can get the best shot. Sometimes I'm out of frame, but it's just because I forget. All right, 25. Okay, pour 25 milliliters of water into a beaker. There's 20, and there's 25. Okay. Add 1 teaspoon. Okay, let's get this set. As you can see, there is a half a teaspoon side and a 1 teaspoon side of part 1. Let me get this shaken up. It still seems to be pretty intact, so let's hope it all works. And it's red in color. Now that would explain the red of the beaker. It's a very almost shockingly hot pink. It still smells okay. Well, you'll see it in just a second. Pour about 1 teaspoon and mix for 1 minute. It definitely has a sugary sound to it, especially when I did that. Here we go. Okay, 1 minute. Here we go. I don't have my phone, so I'll just talk to you for what I believe is about a minute. Okay, that is part 1. Okay, then the next step. Oh, then this gets poured into the bottle. So basically, we're just trying to dissolve the contents here. It smells very sugary and sweet. Very cherry, or let's see, does it give you the flavor? It doesn't. It just says Dr. Living Lab Cell Blobs Part 1. Okay. It looks to be just a little bit thicker than regular water now that we've added that into it. Okay, so now, since we have 2 beakers, but I'm going to use the second beaker. Now pour this in to, oh, I don't have a towel handy. Okay, this, pour into the squeeze bottle, snip off the tip, which has already been done. So that step I don't have to do. Oh, I'm risking it. Yeah, it looks like there's just a little bit on the side there, so we'll say we're good. Okay, next step. Pour 15 milliliters of water into the beaker. It's nice these beakers have the little measurements for fluid ounces on the right and milliliters on the left. So, 15. A little bit more. I know the angle might look like it's there, but it wasn't there. And then a half a teaspoon, okay? Let's see what color this is. And curious minds want to know, right? Mix it up. Okay, here we go. Let's see, part 2. What are you, part 2? Part 2 is basically an off-white. Okay, pour half a teaspoon part 2 Cell Blobs powder, mix until dissolved. Oh, let me clean my little tool off here. I don't want any of that pink in this mix now. Okay, 1/2 of a teaspoon. Here we go. Mixed until dissolved, okay? Well, I covered my instructions. It smells, like Tutti Frutti almost, some sweet flavor. Okay, pour into the Petri dish. Squeeze part 1 of liquid in the Petri dish to create, squeeze part 1 into liquid in Petri dish to create big or little cell blobs. Wait 1 minute and then eat. Okay. Then we'll check out our little experiment and see what it all looks like. Looks pretty good. Here we go. Let's get this. I spilled just a tiny drop there. Let's pour it into this petri dish. Ooh, there's a little bit there. Let's see if we can get that to. I had some powder that was on the bottom there. It looks like it's starting to dissipate now and break up. Okay, what kind of angle do we want to look at this? I think we want it a little top down a little bit. Okay, here, while this is here, I'm just going to give this a little shake. Now I can make these any size. So let's just try a small droplet and see what happens. Experiment number 1, the test. Nice. Okay. So it's kind of like those candy kits where you put the liquid in and you get the nice little egg droplets. Let's make a big one. Now let's do this. I'm going to taste this for sure, but I want to reset the camera up top down again. Can you see that? And then I want to look through the little viewfinder and see if we can see it any better. Look, they're floating around. Alright, let me switch this here. I'll do this. I'll get this adjusted so you can see straight into that. And we'll take a look, see if we can get a better shot. Okay, I made a variety of adjustments to at least get it so you can see the little air bubbles. Here, let me reach my fork in. So now, you can see that here's a big one. Let me see if I can move the big one in. Yeah, it's got a nice little bubbly texture to it. Let me move this one in. Okay, I wanted you to at least see that. Pretty cool, huh? So the little magnifier does work. Well, now I need to eat one. So let me come back here and I will give this a taste. Okay, time to eat. Let me just add a few more so I can get some nice big taste test here. How's that one? Let me see if I can make a worm. Shh. That is pretty cool. Let me look at the consistency now of this big blob. Oh, so it is. It's sort of jelly-like, almost slime-like in a big lump. Okay, let me eat some of these here. Here we go. I'm going to give this a taste. And slurping sounds. It's got a slight chew to it. It actually tastes pretty good for being so old. All right, one more taste. Why not? Yeah, they sort of pop in your mouth. It's pretty neat. All right, let's leave this experiment here. Let me wash everything, my little beakers, and come back and then do experiment number 2. Okay, here we go. Experiment number 2. This is worms in dirt. So let me take this off of here so I can keep that clean. So it says, pour 3 teaspoons of part 1, which is the dirt. Okay. And it's jam-packed. I don't know how much. What's the net weight on this one here? 3 ounces. Remember, there was 2 bags of that. All right, so I'll just want to show you something. When I cut these bags off to the side, I'm usually making a little insert cut there. And then I'm finding an opening here like this. Okay, and then I cut along the back. So this way, I can retape these bags up and seal them up. Then I can open them like this. And then they seal up real nice. Let me give this a sniff test. It tastes like powder from pudding. All right, so here we go. 3, 1. Two. And I've been kind of overfilling it just a little, so I'll go a little bit less this time. 3. Okay. Then it says, oh, step 2. All right, so let me wipe that off. Let me just spread out or tap this down to get a nice base for my dirt. Okay, and then I can put this back up here now because this is where the experiment is going to take place. And then, let me get this cut. Shake it up. I'll show you this one more time. I cut just a little bit of the edge off, and then I try to get the scissors in that little area there. Okay. Okay, next step. Add 25 milliliters of water. Now your angle, like I said, will be a little bit different. Okay. And then now add 1/2 teaspoon of part 2. There's part 2. Now you can tell the bags on these have the brown and the bags on the other ones have the pink. So the brown meaning dirt, maybe, the printing. It kind of looks, doesn't smell exactly like the other one, but it kind of looks like the other one. Like an off-white powder. Okay, now mix this up. It says, what does it says? Mix about 1 minute until dissolved. Okay. Now this one's not breaking apart as nice as the other ones. So I might have to spend a little bit more time breaking this one down. It has a very gelatinous look to it already. Almost like a part of a slime. Can you tell when I do that how it looks? Well, I'm going to keep going here. I want to keep pressing it against the edge. That kind of helps break it up. Yeah, not breaking up real good. It's looking a little better. That's getting there. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to stop the camera here and just get this to where I just, well, it's close. Let's see. Yeah, I think we're good enough. There might be a few little specks in there that aren't mixing, but I got most of the big ones. I probably need to move on to the next step, so I don't want to take any more time out of that. Now, it says, put that in the squeeze bottle and snip off the tip, which of course you've already know that was done. That is a very cool looking material. It is very slime-like, which means these worms are going to stick to the powder, right? Okay, make worm-shaped trails in dirt using the shovel. Okay, let's get in here. Let me wipe this off here. Okay, make worm shapes using the shovel. They kind of just show. Their worm shapes are much smaller. I don't know how they did that with with this. Okay, there's worm 1. I'll make a smaller worm here. Worm 2. And worm 3. I'll have one big one and 2 small ones. Okay. Squeeze mixture from bottle into the trails. All right, here we go. Then it says, cover your worms with dirt using the shovel. Okay, so I guess I gotta, here, it'll be easier for me to do it this way. Grab the dirt from here and just kind of sprinkle some on top based on how much I have in here. They look pretty cool, don't they? Let me give you a last zoom in on this here. I'll try to get a viewfinder, this one too. But they want this on there because I think it's going to turn them into the gummies. Okay, and then it says wait 30 seconds. So I will come back, try to get this set up so we can take a closer look at it, and then I will take them out. Okay, I've got it on one worm. Let's see if I can poke around there. See him? Oh, cool. So he is. Here, I'm poking at him. It looks like he's going to be squishy. It looks like he's got guts, doesn't it, when I poke at it? Okay, let me cover him back up. I'll come back now and then give this guy a taste. Okay, here we go. See how he is there? Wow, it actually looks like a real worm. Let me do this. Let me take this bigger guy out since he hasn't been messed with. And it squishes and looks like a real worm, doesn't it? Okay, I just want to cut him open. Let's see inside. Yeah, so it has that pretty realistic, I must say. And the liquid inside that hasn't been touched by the chocolate is still kind of slime-like. I'm going to eat this worm. A little crunchy with the outside exterior. He's actually pretty tasty. Let's put him with a little, one of these red little gelatinous pieces from the other experiment. Now I have two experiments together. It's like a cherry on top. Here we go. But except one is the cells. Pretty tasty, actually. All right. Let me wrap it up, clean this up, come back, and then we'll, of course, recap. Okay, there you go. I would say that is probably one of the cooler of the sets we've ever seen in regards to experiments. My favorite being this particular worm in dirt. Overall, I would say it is a pretty fun kit to do. Hope you enjoyed that video. Now, I promised you I would show you two new sets. I'm kind of adjusting my camera here. I'm going to let you pick. Here is set number 1. Now, there were 4 sets like this in the Dr. Dreadfuls, like a small blister pack. I have Heartburn Brew. See, they say set number 1 up there. And then here is set number 2. So you decide which one you want. I've got the Blister Fixer set. Now, I might have done the blisters in a previous kit. And look, it's got the same eyepiece as this one here. So they're taking pieces from the bigger sets and making smaller sets. And then, let's see. So the 4 sets, where are they? I know they listed it somewhere. Maybe not on the back of that one. Let's see if it's on the back of this one. Get all 4. Okay, so there's try all 4. Maybe that was on that one. I didn't see it. Heartburn Brew, Tapeworm Tonic, Blister Fixer, and Bug Lotion. So I have to get set 3 and 4. So let me know which one you want to see next. I will put a poll up. You tell me, and then I will do that next. Well, there you go. That is the Dr. Dreadful Living Lab. I hope you enjoyed that experiment set, the 2 experiments. Maybe, let me know which one you enjoyed the most. I like the worms. And then let me know what you think about the 2 sets for the next video. You decide. Take the poll. And thanks for supporting the channel. I really appreciate it. If you can, please share this on social media. Give the video a thumbs up. And or go in that description area and click on the playlist and check out all those other Dr. Dreadful sets. And thanks for watching. Later. If you're looking for the item you just saw in the video, click here. Watch more videos by clicking here. Don't forget to share on social media and give a thumbs up.
Hey, LPS-Dave.
What's up, Butch?
Make sure they don't forget to subscribe.
Oh yeah, please click here to subscribe to Lucky Penny Shop. And always remember, when you see a lucky penny,
pick it up.